Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. This is going to be for Friday. Let's do some shuffling and see what we get. The Seven of Pentacles, the Tower card, and the Death and Rebirth card. I'm hearing the Tower card is speaking upon the past. We're going to remind you of what came crashing down in one, if not multiple situations, in order to better your perspective, or maybe more so prepare you for what is meant to come to an end or be prevented as far as an ending goes moving forward, at least for a specific period of time, if not in general, indefinitely is what I'm hearing. But the Death and Rebirth card talking about how things are changing and developing within and outside of you. And this day shows you evidence of just that. You might even find that you are glowing more than expected when it comes to other people's awareness, view of you, and when it comes to your own awareness of oneself, of yourself. But I do sense that there is a bit of a waiting period, whether it's for financial freedom, income, could be in regards to growth, somebody specifically that you might have to wait for. But as well, I feel like there's something you've been manifesting, and it feels like there is still a bit of time that you have to wait for the divine timing to come into play, to arrive for you. But the Fool card as well as the Six of Pentacles. They want me to talk about this one first because it feels like in the midst of you changing and being reminded of the past and thinking about the future as well, you can't help but feel like there is certain levels of abundance coming in throughout this day that it feels easy to ignore at times, but then just as easy to focus upon when the timing is right, or you get that push from spirit. But the Fool card as well talking about how you want to fall back into things more so throughout this day than you did previous to it. And that will come through, say, as an example, say something feels difficult and you just allow for the process to flow rather than forcing it. It might be as well, say, something you don't understand, but you trust the mystery and fall back into whatever that ends up being for you more so. But I do sense that you're going to be pushed to think about utilizing things like crystals, essential oils, other ways to cleanse your energy that maybe that you haven't been utilizing enough or in general. But I do feel as if there are little stumbles throughout this day. Maybe because you're tired, maybe because you're spiritually messed with, or things are affecting you otherwise. It might as well be because you're moving a bit too quickly. So when that happens, or rather if that happens for you individually, slow it down, okay? When speaking, when walking, when accomplishing, slow and steady wins the race. Remembering that timing is on your side. Also doing a bit of a backflip. The Seven of Wands, the Strength card, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Wands. I'm hearing as the cards are layering on top of each other. I know you can't see them, but I heard things are building up, piling up, maybe overlapping in certain ways in your life, as Spirit is showing the world how truly strong you are as an individual from all you've been through, maybe all you're going through currently, and all that's on your plate. But I wouldn't be surprised if you are maybe hiding one part of yourself from the world or from somebody specific in your life, or it could be several people, or it could more so be that you are hiding what you've been going through. And it may be something or several things that you've been going through that you will share maybe in a book or in a documentary kind of movie or TV show, or maybe selectively in a vocal way otherwise. But yeah, everything has its time and place. But I wouldn't be surprised as well if there is at least part of this day, this energy period, where you want to stay within your own bubble, okay? Wanting to kind of stay in your own lane and mind your own business and protect your energy and peace through it all. And they're saying as long as your intuition tells you that's the right choice, or it just kind of comes to be intuitively, then flow with it, okay? But I wouldn't as well be surprised that that also feels like a very affected time for you, whether it's spiritually, energetically, or otherwise. Because I can't speak this morning. The Queen of Wands at the bottom, because I feel like you are quite passionate when it comes to one subject, one situation, if not multiple. But look at this. Due to your caring nature, I feel like there's victory, there's triumphant energy coming through. This as well could speak upon a very caring or love-filled individual in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic, could be, but there's victory in regards to that situation, that connection. Or it may as well be victory that they're going through that you're focusing upon. But regardless, it feels like a day full of victory. Now, I also want to say that you are doing better than expected. All right. People might have expected you to have failed at this point along your path when it comes to a change you made or something you continued. Maybe even people expecting you to be in worse energy than you are. But you make the best. You improve. You make changes, adjustments. And this is working to your advantage. But we have the Empress, the Ace of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune, because it feels like a day where the wheel is turning in your favor as you're being pushed to think about an abundant new beginning. An abundant new beginning from the recent past is, well, one that you want to make or will soon make for the future. And so they're reminding you that you're making the right choices. I know it doesn't feel like that 24/7, but you are. The Queen of Cups coming through because I feel like there's a caring, fulfilling way about what you do throughout this day. This doesn't have to be, say, helping somebody directly or indirectly, but it could as well be your energy helping people as you're doing what feels mundane or necessary or just important to you in your world. But I want to say that there is more emotional fulfillment lying ahead than you can even foresee due to what you've changed in the past and more so what you're going to change moving forward. Your choices, as I'm seeing the Lover's card in my mind's eye, is absolutely coming into play. And I feel like there is love and appreciation, at least in a smaller sense, if not in a larger sense. And for some, it's going to be sporadic and quite consistent throughout this day, flowing towards you. Beautiful. You may as well find at a certain point randomly you feel very perplexed, okay? It's like, I don't understand why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Probably someone else's energy or affected by something or somebody else. But I do want to say that you don't get what you've been through, okay, to the fullest extent. And so that may be once again why this Tower card is coming into play, why we need to help you realize that that was meant to be more than it was felt throughout it and even afterwards and even now. But I want to say once again, you are manifesting and co-creating at this time, so tread carefully with what you expect, believe, and focus upon. Now, the Nine of Wands says talk about how you do feel like a wounded warrior because you've been through a lot, but we're not going to focus upon that energy. We're just going to do our best to flow with it and or improve it, right, to the best of our ability. But look at this. Your patience is paying off in a very angelic way. You're going to feel like things are falling into place. Your angels are going to guide you towards certain specific songs, music of importance, all right, for maybe the energy and or a message or several of importance. Let's get ready to wrap up this reading by saying completion is a must, and this day reminds you of just that, all right? So this is truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light.